Think of your new year as 4 seasons. Each season has its own character, its own energy, its own purpose. So you need to have 4 quarters. So in the year, you're going to divide it into 4. A new way to see the new year. So the first, let's call it the first Q. So the first quarter is the first Q. So Q1 is January to March. That is the foundation quarter. So you need to build your habits and establish your routines. It's not supposed to be big swings yet, but scaffolding. Q2 is April to June. That's the growth quarter. You push harder, you launch the thing, you take the risk. This is your season of action. Q3 is July to September. That's a momentum quarter. Everything is compounding. Compound what's working, cut what is not. That is ruthless efficiency. And then Q4 is October to December. That is the harvest quarter. That is where you finish strong, you reflect, you refine, and you plan Q1 of next year with clarity. And so setting goals the right way. So we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Most people don't have a productivity problem. They have a system problem. They write things down in 5 different places, set vague goals, like I'm going to save money, and wonder why January's ambitions become March targets. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact system I use. One that groups your biggest goals by quarter, structures your entire day into 3 focus zones, and uses powerful 3 to 7 rules that makes the difference between people who talk about doing things and people who actually do them. And I need you to stay with me till the very end, because everything in this video builds on itself and you will understand exactly why once we get there. If you've ever felt like there's not enough hours in the day, this video is going to change how you see time forever. But before we dig into it, if you are new here, hey, my name is Bella. On this channel, we build around one idea: to become the best version of ourselves. In doing that, you need the right systems. Having it done the right way can give you back your time, your clarity, and your sense of direction. I spent years studying high performance. I've read books, I've researched, tested methods, failing at plenty of them and keeping only what actually works in real life. This is not for billionaires with personal assistants, although I'll be a billionaire soon though. However, this is for people like you and me who are trying to build something meaningful while still showing up for the people we love, our families, our loved ones, our friends. So if that sounds like you, hit the subscribe button. You need to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button right now, because this is just the beginning. Before I get deeper into systems, I need to tell you why I believe in them. I'm a healthcare professional. My days are structured, they are intense and emotionally demanding. I work in environments where precision matters, where people's well-being is involved, quality of care is involved, where there is no room for chaos, not at all. And then I have to come back home. When I come back home, I have my family who need my presence, not my instruction. There was a season where I was trying to balance it all. I was being motivated, listening to motivations. I will set ambitious goals. You don't want to know what the goals were. I will set ambitious goals, like waking up early, be more present, grow my platform, my business, keep the house tidy. And every week I felt behind. Not because I was lazy. I am a very hard-working person, and I know my family will testify to that. But because I was relying on energy instead of structure. In healthcare, it taught me something very powerful. The hospital doesn't run on motivation. It runs on systems. We have protocols, we have routines, checklists, shift structures, escalation pathways. Everything is designed so that when people are tired, stressed, or overwhelmed, the system carries them. I realized my home and personal life deserve that same intentional design. With children, unpredictability is normal. Someone gets sick, school schedules changes, energy fluctuates. I built my life on goals alone. I will constantly feel like I was failing. So instead, I built weekly systems. Systems for mornings, systems for my work blocks, systems for connection with my family, systems for rest, systems for growth. It wasn't a rigid control, but a supportive structure, I would say. And the honest truth is that I did not build these systems because I am naturally organized. I built them because I was overwhelmed, because I was stretched, because I refused to succeed professionally and lose myself, especially losing my family in the process. That wasn't something that I wanted. So what I want to tell you is that what I'm sharing with you is not theory, it is practical. It is survival refined into structure. I've lived it. So the truth is, every new year, especially on 31st December, people go to churches and they make their new year resolutions. If you don't go to church, you sit at home and you make your new year resolutions. Because they feel a year is too long to feel urgent and too short to be broken down meaningfully. A quarter, that's 90 days, is a sweet spot. It's long enough to build something real and short enough to light a fire underneath. Think of your new year as 4 seasons. Each season has its own character, its own energy, its own purpose. So you need to have 4 quarters. So in the year, you're going to divide it into 4. A new way to see the new year. So the first, let's call it the first Q. So the first quarter is the first Q. So Q1 is January to March. That is the foundation quarter. So you need to build your habits and establish your routines. It's not supposed to be big swings yet, but scaffolding. Q2 is April to June. It's the growth quarter. You push harder, you launch the thing, you take the risk. This is your season of action. Q3 is July to September. That's a momentum quarter. Everything is compounding. Compound what's working, cut what is not. That is ruthless efficiency. And then Q4 is October to December. That is the harvest quarter. That is where you finish strong, you reflect, you refine, and you plan Q1 of next year with clarity. And so setting goals the right way. You have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Here's where most productivity content goes wrong. It tells you to be smart or set smart goals and call it a day. That's not enough. You need layered goals, 3 layers to be exact. So my 3-layer goal is, first is the outcome. What do you want to achieve? You want to build a business. Okay. 2 is the process. What actions are you taking? The actions should be repeated consistently. How will you get there? You register your business, you start looking for a place that you want to start working. The third one is identity. Who do you need to become? I want to become the best business mogul. You should be someone who creates before I consume. The identity layer is the most important, the most powerful. Your habits follow your identity. So change the story and the behavior changes with it. I'm sharing 9 life systems that allows me to function as a healthcare professional, as a businesswoman who runs a home and still protect my peace. So system number 1, the priority trinity. Every day, I choose only 3 major priorities. 1 is work priority, 2nd is business priority, and the 3rd one is personal or self-care priority. This is essential. It's just 3, nothing more, nothing less. So for example, on a healthcare day shifts, I make sure that I complete all my documentations before leaving. There has been times that I forget and I have to go back and document it. 2, the business prep. So I respond to my business inquiries. I was lazy some time ago, but I'm good. Hey, come back. And then the 3rd one is my walk or my exercise. Why do we choose only 3? Because research by one Gloria Mark at the University of California says that frequent task switching significantly reduces productivity and increases mental fatigue. On workplace interruption, she found out that it can take 20 minutes to regain focus after being interrupted. We get interrupted at work a lot. So clarity preserves focus. Number 2, time blocking with energy awareness. In healthcare, tasks are structured. You don't randomly administer medication. It is in a MAR or it's in a drug chart that you have to follow. So why do you run your personal lives randomly? We have to make sure that our personal lives are structured. So you need to block time based on energy, not just clock hours. So after a long hospital shift, I don't schedule, I have a cake business. I don't schedule cake decorating. That requires precision and creativity. I make sure I do the lighter tasks, like maybe baking, because if I do, I'm going to mess up. So I'll make sure I get the ingredients and then I'll look whether I have them available. Now I'll review my others. And then the energy management matters. Energy is supposed to be managed, not time, because it's the key to sustainable performance. If your energy is depleted, adding hours won't help. You will be tired. 3. The night reset routine or ritual. So before I sleep, I have come to a realization that when I remove my uniforms and put them aside or iron them, it helps me. When the kitchen is reset, it helps me. When I have to make it and my things are well arranged, it helps me. Small tasks reduces morning stress dramatically, because if I don't, when I get up, I will be confused. There will be chaos and I'm not going to concentrate on what I'm doing. The thing is, because future you should not wake up to chaos created by the present you. 4. Intentional task layering, not chaotic multitasking. Intentional pairing. When I'm baking or I'm doing something, I listen to educational content. During school runs, I listen to songs that inspires me. Meal prepping, I listen to songs that inspires me, or YouTube content that helps me. When I'm sat in my car and I'm going to work, that is when you see me with my songs and I'll be kabaying. But I never combine too high focused tasks. Tasking complex tasks reduces performance. So you have to pair lower focus with high focus, never high ones with high ones. So you have weekly theme structure. Instead of doing everything daily, I assign focus themes. So I have days that I'll be cooking or meal prepping. I have days that I'll be washing. I have days that the washroom should be cleaned. I have days that the sheets to be washed. This reduces role switching. Your brain performs better when it knows what kind of day it is. So you can have, say, let's say a friend of mine said she washes on Wednesday. So in that situation, when you wake up Wednesday, you know that this is washing day, Wednesdays and Saturdays. Predictability reduces decision fatigue. System 6, lower the bar strategy. Perfection steals time. I am a perfectionist. In healthcare, excellence is not negotiable. Advocacy saves lives. But in other areas, no. Not every cake needs an elaborate design. Not every dinner needs to be tasty. Not every video needs to be cinematic. Scripture says in Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, work at it with all your hearts, as working for the Lord. It speaks about intention, not obsession. Excellence is consistency. Perfection is exhaustion. I have been a perfectionist for a while and I've stopped. 7. Energy protection rule. After emotionally heavy healthcare days, I protect my compassion, because healthcare is not just physical work, it is emotional labor. If I ignore that and force high output creativity, burnout is inevitable. Sometimes I will come home and with a burden of work, I'll be thinking about it. What is happening to this patient? What is going on? I've been advised by my friends to stop that. So scripture reminds us in Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says that to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Some evenings are for output, some are for restoration. Wisdom is knowing the difference. System number 8, pre-decisions. Team fatigue is real, so I automate small choices. Meal rotations, how we eat, the foods we eat today, tomorrow. Standard baking, I'll bake today, I'll decorate tomorrow. And then my work clothes. Capsule wardrobe, fixed filming days. The fewer daily decisions you make, the more energy preserved for meaningful ones. You know, I've said in the hospital, we use protocols, we use guidelines, and they are for consistency and safety. So why don't we incorporate that in my life or in our lives? If you incorporate that, it helps structure too. 9, the last one, ruthless elimination. This is the hardest system, because not every opportunity is aligned. Not every cake order fits your capacity. Sometimes you really wish you can, but you can't. Not every invitation is necessary. Sometimes you are tired. After a night shift, you want to rest. You can't. And not every trend deserves attention. If it disrupts structure and does not align with your values, my lovely girl, my lovely friend, it must go. Elimination creates space. Without space, everything suffocates. And that is not what we want. We want to breathe. So face, I do not do everything every day. Some days I'm fully a nurse or a midwife. Some days I'm fully a baker or a businesswoman. Some days I'm fully a present mother and a wife. Some days I'm a daughter, a sister, an in-law. Balance is not daily equality. It is long-term alignment. So I want you to be honest. Be honest. What is actually draining your time? Too many priorities? No structure? Saying yes too often? Ignoring your energy limits? My dear friend, you need to strategize and use systems to help you because we have enough time. Comment below, which system do you need to implement first? You do not need more hours. You need clear priorities, structured blocks, energy awareness, strategic elimination, and grace from God. You are not behind, you are building layers, and layered growth requires a system. I believe this video resonated with you and you're going to share. Remember why I told you to stay till the end of the video? I know you've got something out of this. Share it with a woman who feels stretched and feels thin because we are not trying to do everything. We are learning to do what matters and doing it well. I love you and I will see you in the next one. Please comment below what strategies you use. Until then, it is bye from me.